To build an empire. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Hexarchy. And glory to Raptoria as we build our glorious nation yet again in Hexarchy. Thanks to the developers for sending over a key and sponsoring today's video. Today we're going to go a little bit more into the tutorial and cover what's what, why, the where, the how, and more importantly, the way to victory. So welcome aboard. Good to see you all here for a turn-based tactical strategy game with cards, which I've been playing a lot more on the channel. I love these types of games with cards and different game mechanics that are heavily RNG. Even in the tutorial itself, you never know what's going to happen, and it's quite interesting with multiplayer and single player to learn and do some skirmishes, or a online community that's always seeming to be online, and or you'll be notified if you're in a single player game. You can play against people or with people against many other civilizations, and of course there's many to start with: the classics, Greece and Egypt, Rome, England, Aztecs, and Persia, with the French and many others to unlock, and perhaps more to come in the future. You can find games to play or host your own and join other games with private matches with friends if you'd like to. So it's a good thing if you're trying to learn or teach someone how to play, or for some real good competition. I'm going to go ahead and jump into single player here today, and look at that. Somebody's already looking for a game. Popped up in the upper right corner, and we're going to go probably into the little tutorial that the game has, which will certainly help us a little bit into the learning of the game. And the greatest thing about this is, even though I played a few times and understand the basics, there's still a lot of information to learn and things that you'll have to make tried and true by playing all of the campaigns that it has to offer. There's weekly campaigns too, daily challenges, there's the standard skirmish, and then, actually I think we have a British campaign too to work our way through in the next week. So yeah, it's an active community that's doing stuff every week, every month, and pretty good to see. So let's go ahead and jump into our starter campaign, where we're going to learn at the very start the basics of the game, then how to manage an economy, and then finally how to use those things together to dominate our rivals and take over the whole map. So as the name implies, Hexarchy, right? Yeah, we've got ourselves a giant hexagon map that's got trees and mountains and deserts and rivers and ocean to cross and to conquer, and there's going to be a lot of building at the start, and then eventually a lot of combat. And I love the look of the game too, by the way. Of course, the hex art style. This is the type of game that truly leads to just one more turn. Memphis, that's in Tennessee. All right. So, for this tutorial, we're going to be starting as Persia, and we're going to go through a lot of the cards here that are at the bottom, and we'll go through things as we go along. We're first and foremost going to have to start our capital city, found our capital city, so we can pretty much put it anywhere, but we'll put it where they recommend. I think we'll just put it right there for now, and now we're going to build a scout so we can take a look around. Standard stuff we've seen before. Every scout, by the way, I think is a legal requirement where a scout has to have like a stick and a dog. It's like there's so many RTS games and turn-based strategy games that feature a scout like that. So, all right, there's our big O city, and we're going to go ahead and use our satrap ability to claim a hex nearby so we can kind of expand our territory without really doing any sort of exploration or building. We kind of just eventually, turn per turn, so long as we have that card, can utilize that to do that. So we use what essentially is like action points or hammers, which are used to play cards, and we're going to go ahead and get more of those in our next turn, so that's exactly what it's telling us to do now. A little slow at the start for the tutorials, but things really ramp up in my experience around maybe turn 10 or so, when everybody's got at least 3 or 4 cities starting to rock. Now I'm assuming the next thing they're going to ask us to do is to start building some things around our main city and then exploring around. There it is, the hammers that will play cards and will refill each turn. There's our deck on the left, where we can kind of take a look at those cards flying in there, and there is a chance for us to buy those cards back and go into the discard pile too. So cards left in our hand are discarded at the end of the turn, and we'll draw those discarded hands again later. So there's a way to either get those cards back, many different ways to get those cards back at the same turn, or they'll kind of be recycled and loop around. Tech cards like Animal Husbandry will help to unlock more cards for our deck, so yeah, pretty cool. So now we have the option to do pastures, agriculture, or farms, so that itself leads to different types of ways to gather food. So we're going to go for the pasture now, and I'm assuming we're going to go over here to these, I guess these pigs, cows, sheep, or horses. Alright, let's go ahead and deploy that then. Yep, we're going to get wool from there, so we have ourselves some sheep. Excellent! Alright, let's move on to the next turn then, shall we? Press tab or cycle through the Oh, nice. It goes right back to our city. And it actually shows all the movement points, too. So that's helpful. And we can also make moves with our scout. So let's actually do that. Over on the right side, we have a very helpful menu, too, that helps us to break down what our unit can do. So we can have them wait a turn, or we can discard the unit if we need to, or we can have them go to war. In this case, I'm going to go over here, which looks to be a bunch of mushrooms or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that's the point of the scout, is to kind of look around and take a peek at what's going on. Already our third turn, and now you can imagine we're going to start building even more stuff, and probably some of that being some units beyond the scout. All right, there's our current tutorial objective. So we need to use a settler to build our new city. So we've already started our first city. Now we're going to build a settler from that city to then spread the love, if you will. Continue to explore with your scout. Also, this game has a really nice option to increase the size of all the cards and all the resource stuff. Very good for our video, of course, so you can read everything and play along. But also very good if you're playing on like a smaller screen, or perhaps on a Steam Deck. This would be an excellent game for that too. And or just, just nice to be able to see big O cards like right up in front of you. It's good stuff. Options are good. Now, units that have spawned in the same turn are not allowed to move, so we'll have to wait another turn in order to do that. We have 1 point remaining, so we could play the God King card, which will give us more cards. We have Divine Decree or Divine Favor, each of which will give us, like, happiness or strength, and all the cards do a pretty good job of explaining what they'll make, or what they'll do for us. So, back into the pile, and let's get some new ones. Oop. Ow. Piggy's over here too. Looks like an enemy scout is nearby. We took a peek at him there. Pastures, satraps, charge, and agriculture. Well, let's certainly claim some territory. That's always good. Let's go for the territory here. Farming seems to be the way that we get started in most runs here. So we can go for an agrarian society or hanging gardens. Well, we don't really have a lot of labor points yet to do that until we find our next city. So let's go ahead and just go with the farming society for now, and go with, I'm going to take the winery card. That'll help us to get some cash. We can utilize that gold to pay maintenance costs, play cards, draw cards, and buy resources, which we'll go through a little bit later, including those luxury resources. The great thing is, though, that this game has a lot of complexity to it, like most games like this, to where it's like you might understand what gold does in other games, but how is it used here? You just simply hover over it, same with luxury, and pretty much anything in the game, and it'll give you a little bit of info. So, certainly helpful. Let's end our turn. And I'm not going to move our scout anymore, because I want to find a city down here and kind of protect him. The scout themselves can actually do combat. They're not very good at it, of course, but they certainly have the ability to attack if needed. So, all right, let's go with a Divine Decree. That'll give us a little bonus here at the city. And let's find our city now. Perfect spot to go down there, where that looks to be iron ore, perhaps. So maybe we should find our city right next to that. If we move over to the water, though, we do have the option of building a harbor or a small dock, which will then let us get even more food. So let's go ahead and go with double on the food up there. Perfect. So now we've got our lovely sheep for wool, and now we've got some food. That'll keep everyone happy here. Hover over any city to see all the information about its happiness, and that kind of goes into the whole economic play. What's interesting about this first campaign mission, or really the tutorial, is that it does an incredible job of showing you what you'll be doing last, which almost seems like an impossible task, combining all the things that you can learn within about an hour of the first couple of tutorials. So, all right, now we're going to click on building a new city for this guy. I think we'll just plop him down here, and we can build some other stuff around. We'll go for the iron first, if we can get a mine, and that'll be fantastic. Cultivate. We'll add a little bit of a bonus to our fields, but I'm going to hold off on that and see if we can put down ourselves a winery. Good fertility all around us, so we'll go there and we'll add a little fertility to that, and that'll help us to make more money, more food, whatever. It's kind of a buff card. Hanging Gardens and Divine Favor, +3 strength and no maintenance for 3 turns. We'll save that for later too. Okay, now I'm going to start scouting a little bit. It looks like we have ourselves some enemies over here. Move a unit onto a hut for a random bonus. Ooh, there's a little something we can find over there. All right. I think we're good for now. We'll just go ahead and end our turn. Try to keep an eye on those objectives in the top left. Enemy is certainly wanting to come to attack us. They're kind of peeking at us. They may be taking territory of their own and or scouting for the huts like we are. Good satrap card again. Fantastic. We'll use that satrap card to gather some more resources near us. That seems to be salt, perhaps. for sulfur. Warriors are military units that can attack, fortify, and capture hexes. Unit strength is shown at the bottom right of the card. Strength is a unit's damage and health. Right. The tutorial is a procedurally generated map. It'll be different if you play the tutorial again. You can always start over and try again if you're having trouble. That is fantastic, by the way. Not only do they encourage you to play the tutorial mission again if you're having trouble or die, but also if you need a refresher, if it's been a while, or possibly if there's been new game mechanics, this would be a fantastic way to implement this. Only a small portion of the tech tree is enabled in the tutorial. Click here to see the full tree. We can see all the tech that we got. And there's quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff to unlock for military and economic units alike, and we can spend money to draw more cards during our turn. So let's do that mechanic since they've showed us that. I'm going to go back to Divine Favor again. I don't think we need that one just yet either. But we will make a warrior down there, and we will move our scout. See if we can get into the hut. Multiple units can occupy the same hex, and we got a free archer. So we should be able to attack with our... I wonder if we can attack with our scout. We can attack other units with our archer, a basic ranged unit, but... Actually, I wonder if we can use that in the same turn. I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, we've got 2 points left, so let's just deploy another scout if needed. Oh, I clicked. Actually, ooh, cultivate. That'd be a good one. Let's go for those wine fields again. Love that money. Let's go for it. And let's see what we can buy with gold. More cards, right? We're very limited on our hammers, but what we can do is we can take this farm card and make sure that we get it again by plopping it into our little chest there. There's a likelihood we might find it. Let's see if that actually works. Just as a little experiment. Divine Decree. Excellent. Units are moving out. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but we are playing as the... oh, we love you. Oh, I love you too. Thank you very much. So we're playing as the... does it actually say if we're the... if we've got a bonus or something? I believe we're the Persians, and I just wanted to see if it would actually tell us what special cards we would get. I didn't remember to mention that all the different factions, of course, get access to their own things, including technology units, different bonuses for cities, that type of thing. All of them are different, and all of them can benefit many different ways by, bringing a little different angle to the table. Something else they've discovered before someone else. All right, let's go up here with this archer unit. Let's try to go to Mecca. Okay, so scouts cannot attack cities, and neither can archers. But the archer can attack a ranged unit like that. And I wonder if he should be able to move and attack in the same turn. Yes. Perfect. So I assume he attacked that unit because he was the only one within range. But I think if there were multiple units, we would be able to choose, or it would be the one in front of us. But we'll learn that as we play along. Put down another winery. Got to celebrate our victory. It's coming quick. Plop another one down there. And let's draw another card. Okay, never mind. Divine Favor again. I was just hoping to see something cool, like one of the hanging gardens or something we hadn't seen yet in the deck. Each of the tutorials also has us play as a different nation, I'm fairly certain. And so we can learn a little bit about not only the gameplay, each gameplay element, the game as a whole, and also the different empires that we'll play as, or the different nations, which is cool. I guess we'll call them empires, right? Most of them were. Let's expand again. Looks like we're going down here. There we go. And more fertility. And we need a unit like this warrior to be able to attack the city. And we just need to capture or burn Mecca. I guess we make another military unit. And we put down a pasture. Do we have any animals nearby? I don't see any. That's alright. We'll just use some gold here and see if we can play any other cards to build a unit. We'll go with another farm. Why not? You can always use food. It's always a great thing to have. If your cities ever... We'll cover this a little bit later, but extra food's a good thing to sprinkle on your cities. It'll increase population growth is kind of an important thing, so food will go hand in hand with that for all your cities. There you go. See population growth again and again. What is that? Is that oh, it's a giant crab. I was like, is that a boat? The giant enemy crab. All right, let's go for maybe now. Let's draw another card. No, give me another card. No, hit me again. Okay, settler. I guess we're not going to get what we want. We're getting closer, though, to victory. Let's attack their scout. He's dead to death. And let's scout around and see if they've got anything else. It's unlikely that the enemy has anything nearby, so... charge. Make this unit attack after moving. Oh, I wish we could actually continue to move again if we needed to. Let's just go for one more turn. We just need to get the warriors to Mecca and to finish it off. And it looks like they've made a warrior unit. Oh, and it looks like they're going to try to settle another city. So typically when we play this game, there's about 4 different empires on the screen throughout the tutorial. Not exactly sure what the full limit is, but up to 4. It's almost as if the map, of course, starts as a hexagon like this. So it's like you've got 2 kind of in the corners of each, like left and right side. So you've got like one in the southeast, southwest, north, west, and northeast, and they're just everywhere. Crazy. Let's go for here. And this is our scout unit, so let's see if we can attack that city unit. Oh, nice! We knocked each other out, so they're not going to be allowed to build another unit there. I think we're going to make another warrior unit just in case and move that one that we just constructed. And I think we're just going to keep ending these turns. So as we play, you know, we should be doing other things at the moment. I'm going straight in just for the military blitz at this moment. The blitzkrieg to try to take Mecca. But at this point, we would be doing things like trying to buff our troops, build more cities, build defenses. We can connect cities with roads. We can get a little bit more emphasis on trade. I'm going in. Okay, now... Actually, will this unit be able to do that? Will they be able to attack and move the same turn? It did mark as attack. Let's see if we can actually do that. Does charge allow us to do that? Maybe we had to use that on that unit before we moved in there. But that's all right. We got some defenses. And we'll just go again. Victory is in sight. We just need to wait for Mecca to be captured. We're all good. And look at the building, though, that they're doing. They've got multiple farms up. It looks like some sort of a monument there, perhaps. The Hanging Gardens, maybe? Or some sort of a pyramid. All right, let's capture the city. Click the Claim Territory button to capture this city. So we can pillage cities. We can completely destroy them. Or we can capture them. In this case, we're just going to capture. Objective complete. Now, in the tutorial, too, when you've completed an objective, you can just end the turn right away to kind of complete the tutorial. You do have the option to kind of keep playing through your next move, but after that, everything's pretty much GG. So you won't be able to, like, chase down the remaining enemy defenders, but that's all good. So all of our things are calculated, and boom, we're good to go. So we've completed the basics. Now on to economy. Manage resources and grow the empire. Let's do it. Yeah, each time you play, you get a lot of little achievements, too. There's Steam achievements and in-game achievements that can be tracked to level up your person, your character, yourself, and you'll kind of get your XP that way too. There is so much helpful information here. We've got like a tip on top of a load screen tip. There's a great amount of information here. Rome. So now we're Rome. That's Rome. Okay. All right, cool. So let's get ourselves some salads, boys. And we could probably start with animal husbandry, but first we need to settle a city. And I think we'll go right here. Here are your objectives. Build 2 improvements or buildings, right? And infrastructure, I think maybe one of those. Row mobility, that's what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and press R to show the resources on the map. Yep. Oh. Some hexes contain special resources. Build an improvement on these hexes to collect them. This shows the yield resource for each hex. Every hex yields an amount of, and that's hammers and food and gold, if worked by a citizen. Food goes to a city's food stores. Hammers and gold are shared across your empire. You may move your citizens to work in different hexes and collect the things we just mentioned each turn. So, yep, good stuff. Let's go for the animal husbandry and try to do, I think we'll do agriculture this time. And we'll try to get ourselves some farming. I think ooh, Legionnaire card. Well, all right, we have to... This one's going to be a little bit more about building, so... Damn, even though that's a good Rome unit, and a specific unit, too, we'll go for farming. Can't say no to farming, so we'll play that card. probably in the next couple of turns. We've got mining and fishing too, so it'll all be about the economy. Caesar's getting the economy back together. Ooh, and a monument too. All right, these cards are kind of meh. Do we have any? We have 4 gold. Pearls is a luxury resource, makes your people happy, can be traded. Build a fishing hut here to collect it. So that'll be kind of one of our goals then. Stone is used to build some units. Buildings and wonders. Research masonry and build a mine to collect it. You got it. Gems are a luxury resource, which makes people happy. Research masonry and a mine to collect that there as well. And build a pasture to collect. We got pigs, cows, wool, and horse, just like we saw before. So, all right, let's go for a scout. I think that'll be a good basic unit to give us a little peek around. And, of course, we can't move them yet, so we just got to wait a little bit. And we've got 2 points remaining for some sort of research. Let's go with the lumber mill. Not research, but an unlock, like a subcategory within that one. So let's end our turn. And let's go to the west, I suppose. We've got infrastructure again, farming, monument, warriors too. We'll have to defend ourselves while we build our economy. Look at how far the scout can go. And there's a unit there that we can grab, a holy site, a building that we can grab. Just wanted to see the tutorial, the territory between us, because during the tutorial, remember, they did say that the territory can change each time. The map will be different. Let's go for gold and food there, just a little bit, and we'll probably cultivate a little bit too. Go for our infrastructure card. And we've already built one of the 2 improvements. Rome's off to a good start. Essentially here we just want to stay in the corner and kind of defend while we focus on building the things that we're supposed to. And I think we'll go for the cultivate I mentioned before. But let's go with the winery. Can't say no to wine. Let's go there then. Perfect. The green bar at top is your city's food supply. If it fills up, your city will grow and add a citizen. If it runs out, a famine will happen. The yellow bottom bar is the city's happiness. If low, then we'll just need to refill it with certain things, like the goods that they mentioned before, like luxury goods and food. Let's go ahead and add that to the city. Perfect. A little extra snack. That'll make everybody happier. All right, cool. Let's maybe, well, we're kind of low on points. We could do strength for a unit, but scout's not going to attack anybody. You produced enough culture to expand your borders to control this hex. Yes, we did. And we want to go get that too. Can we move our scout again? Sure can. All right. And now we have our holy site where we can do some building on. We'll kind of defend that with our scout. I like to think of the scout at least as a sacrificial military unit that we can use to sacrifice if we need to in order to achieve glory. We're against the Persians, aren't we? I think we think that was our city from before. Okay, let's go with the fishing dock. Try to get the whale going. Now, they mentioned pearls up there. If we press R, we can see that luxury resource. And it says whale luxury. It said pearls before. That's next to it, I guess. So we have both whales and pearls. So very important for us to do both. But we have not enough to play that card. But we can go ahead and save that because that's kind of important. And we can play the lumber mill instead if there's trees. There are not. Mining. Let's go for a mine. And go for those gems. In the next turn too. We'll kind of overcapacity that. Let's make a little switcheroo. More food for Rome. Uh-oh. And a settler card coming over. More stuff. Good. Alright, going with the fishing hut, that's for sure. And, oh, you can buy resources with gold. The resources may be from other players or non-player merchant. Alright. You can spend some, play some cards by spending special resources instead of just hammers. The alternative cost is displayed to the right of the primary cost on the card. You get resources by building improvements and buildings or by trading with other players. Some examples of resources are stone, iron, and science. Good examples. Take care of that, you know. And there's the sacrifice. Hey, we stopped him from expanding, though, so that's a good thing. All right, let's go for another fishing hut. Get those pearls now, if we can. Oh, yeah. We got to own the hex first. We got to own it. Got to earn this. Let's see. You have more items in your inventory than you can keep for your next turn. Increase your inventory capacity by building warehouses or more cities. You can sell those cards for gold, or sell resources for gold, yeah. They mentioned that before about how we can do that with the merchant as well. Use the toggle to choose whether or not they're automatically sold. Okay. Well, yeah, I think we're going to keep those. Just a little bit. Might be able to build another city soon. I love that dead unit. This is land. Alright, there's the warehouse they mentioned before. But can we double down on infrastructure? Build a wonder. Grow a city to 6 population and make it happy. Alright, so we just gotta wait for a wonder to pop up. Let's build that warehouse with gold. Let's build another farm. There's a mining area up there too. So our city is growing. Rome is now to 3, soon to be 4. Lots of good units here. Let's go for more food. And I don't think we're going to get attacked anytime soon. Let's do masonry, which will unlock the pyramids for us. Yes, of course. The Romans known, of course, for their pyramids. We can do whatever we want. It's our civilization. All right, 4 population now. There we go. Yeah. All these fireworks, we should see a China Empire faction or something. Okay, more cards, 4 hammers. Let's do another settler now. You can build a settler by spending food instead of hammers. Oh, yeah. Got the extra extendo. Now, that's great. We got enough food to build that unit so we can kind of do, like, additional movements. So we probably want to move down... maybe we can just scoot over here or something like that in the next turn. Let's do... the city will keep half its stored food when it grows. All right, let's do that. Strengthen, mobilize. We'll need a horse for that. There's a lot of different things we can spend. The hammer is the basic resource, but again, as they mentioned, there's many other quote-unquote currencies that we can utilize in order to spawn units, build buildings, upgrade things. A mover and a shaker. That's what we want to be. Okay, next thing is to build is a monument of wonder? No, but that's just a basic improvement. No access to more things on the water yet. Like, for example, the pearls there. Axeman, winery. I guess we could try to build our other city first. Let's see if we can build it there. Can he move and go in the same turn? He cannot. Okay. That'd be a good spot. Maybe next door to... no, we'll build there. Some good stuff nearby. What do we got next? Winery would be good again. Or do we have a mine? We do not. Oh, let's grab some cards. Yeah, there we go. Cultivate will be good. Let's get ourselves some more of that. And another pasture, which is good because we do have those cows there, but they're out of our reach. Okay, that was worth a try. All right. A lot of RNG here, a lot of dice rolls with the cards, which makes things interesting. A lot of your moves are going to be dictated by what you get randomly and possibly being able to predict what you might get again and again based on previous gameplay. All right, well, now we have a city to 6 population. Excellent. Let's go ahead and build a city there now. Goodbye to the pigs. If we build our city, seems like we'll lose that, but that's okay. And we could go for another settler if we want to. Which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Allows a unit that was built this turn to be given orders this turn. Let's go with that. And let's move him along the coast. Make a random building improvement card in your hand cost 1. All right. Oh, Forge. Forge allows us to gather resources that are in our territory and use them. So we can do something like, I don't know, gathering cotton, for example. That kind of thing. So the local city can benefit from those resources without having to have anything there. Uh-oh. They're coming again. Great. There we go. There's our wonder. Let's build these darn pyramids. And let's build them right there. Perfect. Only takes one turn. So now we're pretty much done. I guess we're out of hammers too. And we're out of tasks to complete for this economic run. But does a great job of teaching us exactly how to prepare for a military force, which is going to take all these cities being happy, big amount of gold, and also lots of hammers too that'll be generated between the cities as they grow. All right, cool. On to the last one. Use advanced tactics to dominate your rivals. Now, this one is a big jump in difficulty. The economic one is very cool, though. I like how that one tells you all about the monuments and how to improve things that you've already built. And that's going to be important, especially when you're fighting for territory. You don't always have to often update your city, or rather build more cities if you can update your cities and then maybe capture somebody else's. That's a tactic, too. Sacking the enemy's city or whatnot. All right, now we're Greece. The very, I think that was headed up by John Travolta. Yes. Famous leader of Greece. Okay, let's go for, right there, that's a good spot next to some mountains. Enemy won't be able to traverse that. And we have ourselves a firewood card. Now this card we can burn to get additional hammers. You can burn cards by dropping them here. This permanently destroys them. The first card you burn each turn immediately gives you 2 hammers and 1 science. Each card you burn after that will give you 1. In addition to giving you resources, burning cards also customizes your deck based on your current plans. You'll draw your other cards more often. Yeah, so if you got a card that just keeps coming up that's annoying you, and you're trying to build a bunch of archers and catapults, like I like to do with the English, burning other cards will help it so that way they'll just come up more frequently. So if you're ready to build a military, you can just go ahead and get rid of them. But the firewood card is just kind of meant to give you additional turns. Boom. Or, well, hammers. Action points in a way. All right, animal husbandry. Let's go for, let me see. Any animals? Yeah. Let's go with the farm field. All right, let's go for, or wait a minute. Horseback riding. Let's just go with a farm. It's basic. It's a classic. We need it. It's a good start. And we could go with mining, but I think we're good. Well, let's buy a card. I was hoping to find at least something that would be a little cheaper, but we do have the fishing card, which is perfect. Actually, I should have thrown that in the chest. Rookie mistake, YouTuber. Yeah, I could have grabbed that fishing card and actually put it in the chest and utilized that in this turn. However, we do have a settler, and I would rather use that, so that's probably what I would have used. These are your victory points. You earn points by controlling hexes, populations, special buildings like wonders and holy sites. You lose points when you lose cities, hexes, and other things that give you points. Mouse over your score to see a breakdown of your victory points. Yeah, so as this grows, we'll kind of keep an eye on this, and we'll have to get those hexes and or grow our population, that kind of thing. So the happier, as I mentioned, we don't have to have so many cities, but if we keep them happy and whatnot, we can get a big victory here. I think, I can't quite recall, don't quote me on this, but there is a limit up to, certain games can be played up to a certain limit, and you can find out who's got like the, you can play to like highest population or highest happiness and turn to 60, that kind of thing. There's some mechanics like that where it doesn't have to be a military victory is what I'm trying to say. There's other ways to win. You can buy resources with gold. Oh yeah, we learned about that in the last one. Let's go ahead and deploy our scout. And let's deploy our city to the east. And we'll try to maybe go down there a little bit. More defendable lands. Go for woodworking, or let's go for a military unit. Oh, right. They've already built a military unit there, which we can't move until the next turn. We have access to an archer, lumber mill, and construction now. We'll go with the, I think we'll go with the lumber mill, because we do have trees here. And that'll get us firewood, which we can use to get more turns, more hammers. All right, this is our goal. We'll need it to maintain units. We did learn that before. So our units kind of have an upkeep we'll have to keep an eye on. Let's end our turn here. And I'm okay with whatever random cards we get in the next one. Some of our cards are okay, but I'm good to do whatever in the next turn. And I guess we'll go with more farming. Let's build this city a little further down. Wow, look at all the pearls, man. All right, actually, if we build here, And if we set up our city here, we'll be able to get 2 of those if we happen to get the fishery, or whatever it's called, the fishing, yeah. So let's go for the fishing hut. That's what we want, yeah. That'll be our next turn. Let's throw that into storage. And I don't have enough for a farm. Well, we could crack open the writing and learn that we've got a library, so that'll be helpful. It'll produce, oh, well, we can spend stone on that, but we'll get to that later. You can store a card from your hand in the box. Yeah, and we can sell these too. Remember, we can sell those. It is reiterating that, and that's very helpful. This game does have a lot to it, and it tries to go over those things multiple times, so that's good. There's also a Fog of War off mode, so you can play. I'm sure many of you saw that in our last video, where you can kind of see what the AI is up to, and it makes it for a more interesting experience to see what the AI does and how they fight it out. Like technology, civic cards add new cards to the deck. There's 3 types of civics: economic, government, and religion. You can only have 1 civic of each type at a time. Adopting a new civic of the same type will destroy the cards for the civic it's replacing. Right. Almost like a doctrine in a way. Let's build our city. Fishing hut. Get those pearls, baby. And I'd like to build a mine too. Nope. There we go. Oh, we got it. Yeah, that's right. We have to crack that one open. And let's go ahead and move around with our scout. And that is the... Not exactly sure who that is. Beijing. They do have the Chinese. Awesome. I was wondering. I was like, there's some great music and great themes in this game. Where's China? Well, there it is. That's exactly where they are. Great. And this is a perfect opportunity, a game where it is possible, where they could certainly add more factions in time. The more people that play this, they could add ancient everything, really. Ancient Canadians, going back to of course, the 1970s, before the internet, a long time ago, very long ago. So it seems. Let's go with the lumber mill. And let's hold on to that firewood for later. We now have 3. We'll draw those store cards in the next turn. They take up space in the inventory and will reduce the number of cards we draw next. That's okay with me. Go for food. And I think the warriors are coming in there, so we certainly need to play a warrior card next. I'm going to stay put here. And these guys are coming at me. We got warriors coming through. We got scouts here from the south coming through from Memphis. All right, so we got the nation of Tennessee coming through, and also the Chinese. Yeah, I know it's Egypt. I know. Okay, I want that cabin, man. I want to sneak around that guy. We'll see if we can do it. All right, let's end our turn. So yeah, you can burn a lot of these cards. You know, you can roll the dice and just burn like a settler card or catapult or something like that, or your archers if you want to. Makes for some interesting situations. Watch the AI fight things out, as so many people have done in many grand strategy games, to watch kind of what they do. I like that. Okay, we're going to go with the firewood then, right? Ha ha ha! Archers are a ranged unit. They're weaker, but can bombard enemy units from afar. They sure can. Let's go with those guys. They're going to be great for defending. We're kind of up against the wall here. Let's go with that warehouse too, because I'd like to store more cards. Here's a reminder of where some important things are in the UI. Victory points, again, upper left corner. What's on your selected hex. Resources you can buy, hammers and gold. Resources and save cards and burn cards over in the lower left corner. All right. And the resources, remember, we can press R at any time and see that. And that's what that slider is really good for, to be able to see what the heck's going on or where things are. Let's go for construction. And I want myself, ooh, a fort. It really simulates a lot of the game. Could go with a mine there. We're getting marble from that. Good. More resources we can sell. I think we want to do another... I think we'll do another settler unit here as soon as possible. Can this one move? Yes. Oh, and their archers, not good. Keep defending. Well, our scout can't fortify. That makes sense. So let's kind of sneak over this way if we can. Yeah, they're recommending we end our turn, which I'm going to go ahead and agree with there. We're kind of locked up against the wall here. City and population growth. They certainly want our city, don't they? Another scout, another library. Oh, we can't attack over that mountain either. So if they come and attack us, they're going to have to attack us from the north. Like very narrow avenues of attack. That's good. Let's try masonry now. Let's build ourselves some axemen. Perfect. We're going to defend our city with that. And I think we could get another scout going. We can go find some good stuff. Let's move this guy. You can switch between the two with that menu in the upper right corner. So if you've got multiple units on the same hex, you can switch between the two if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and end our turn here. Call me crazy, which I am, but we're going to do it. Chinese are claiming some territory, and they built the Hanging Gardens. Is that scout going to attack the Chinese archer? We're going to make another unit. Mobilize your unit. Use mobilize to move a unit on the turn that you build it. Yep. We can start attacking if we want to, but I'm going to go with the axemen here and see if we can flank around the Chinese. But I'm going to have to use the, there's a charge. If we can find that, I'll use it. We do have a bonus with Hunter Gatherer, though. That can give us a remove terrain movement penalties and add 25% terrain defense and ignores 50% of enemy terrain defense. So we're going to use that on our archers there, the one in fortify. And then let's go ahead and use our axemen to attack the scout. Lol. Cool. Now we can flank around the backside with the archers if we want to. Okay, we got two more. Oh, good. We have two more hammers here. I unfortunately don't have any. No farms. No forest. No forest. But we're going for the farms instead. Give them fertility. And ooh, there's something down there. And I think I'm just going to fortify in our territories for a while. Our territory is growing very slowly. Oh, we can get this resource here. Is that a holy site? No, that's where we settled our other town, but kind of looks like it. Catapults attacking units, totally capable. Whoa. Chinese unit, very powerful there. Ah, but they have another scout. Their archers are much more powerful than ours, so we're right to defend like that. We're going to go with the fishing hut again. Try to get more luxury goods. Let's go ahead and grow our city. Try to get those numbers up a little bit. There we go. And luxury we're all right on. Okay, we could store some more cards. Is there a pasture for us? No. Do another winery, though. That'll get us more gold. Let's see if we can find a unit that we want to utilize. Yeah, I don't want to go out in front of those archers. The Chinese are too well equipped for us to take them on head-on like that. We'll save strength for later. So we're going more for economics this time. I want to build another city. But I'm going to wait until hopefully the Chinese attack us foolishly or actually leave us alone, and then we can go attack ourselves. We'll need ground units, though. Of course, the archers will only be able to attack enemy units, including settlers and whatnot. And we found our own. Look at that. Beautiful. 10 hits of that hammer is a good sound. Let's make another unit down there. Let's move that scout too. And I'd completely forgotten about that. I get so excited over all the things to do, I forget them. Got free resources. That's good. Oh, and this is great. We can keep an eye on the enemy down here. I'm going to keep the scout exactly where he is. We'll be able to watch and see what they're making for units. Alright, a farm. Oh, we're filling up all the farmland, aren't we? Fine by me, but I need more ground forces. And we'll let strength go again. I want to burn through some cards now, but in previous, it's certainly a viable tactic to try to get out more units and flush through more cards and try to get the smaller stuff deployed. Oh, China going for like a big cultural victory here. England is in the top place here. We're at the bottom, so don't call it a comeback. It's all part of the plan. Well, let's go with tactics then, and try to go for... Oh man, champion cavalry would be fantastic here. Pathfinder removes train... Alright, well... The champion card can be played for 5 hammers. I would like to get some horses, but we'll go with the cavalry then. And they're, of course, going to move out that way. And... foolishly, we'll put a city there. That's kind of a hotbed of enemy activity right there, but if we can survive, we can try to put something down. And I'm going to try to move over our archers now and defend that territory. Have these guys come back to Athens. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, forgot to click that. The Chinese have left base. They've kind of left Beijing rather open. There does seem to be 2 units there. I'm assuming they're warriors. The Chinese are now fierce combat with the Egyptians. We're starting to gobble up territory. Wow, look at all the stuff we're getting. Fantastic. Well, Woodsman is great if we can give that to our horsemen. Let's push our archers forward. Let's set up our city. Have our archers defend that city. And we're kind of making moves on the Chinese. We could... there could possibly be another Chinese city over there, but it is possible we could wipe them out too. I'm not entirely sure. Go ahead and buy a card. This is where things get crazy now. Crazy cool. Now they're starting to get real complicated. The game has picked up in pace a bit. Like a lot of things are happening in a very short time. We're getting great cards here like the Lumberjack to give us more moves. We can get more firewood in the next turn, which is outstanding. Can we move in and sack that city in one move? We can do it in 2. As long as those guys leave us alone. For the most part. The Chinese seem to only have 1 city. Maybe. Oh, I'm licking my lips. I'm going in for the kill. Ooh. Man, the Chinese are capable of... Wow, okay. Jeez, they've got some very powerful archers. They've also got that settler unit right there, so they could go to... Yeah, they're probably on their way to settle another city. And the Chinese know what they know what I'm up to, but they've got some incredible amount of archers, insane amount of troops. They're ready to go. All right, lots of hammers. Well, can we do this? How many more units are there? Just looks like one ranged unit. Let's try to do horseback riding. Let's get the horseman unit. Let's deploy them. Oh, we need 2 hammers. Not enough hammers to play this card. We have 6 though. Maybe it's the horse that is a requirement too. Regardless, I'm going to play the axeman there. Build on a city with at least 2 population or barracks. Ah, so we need this city to grow a little bit here. Preventing you from spamming so many units so quickly. Hexarchy games are short. Usually you should destroy cards if you're not planning to use them soon. Good point. But I am not going to use this one now unless... Well, there's our mobilize. Allows a unit that was built this turn. No. I mean, I guess we'll do some small investments here and there. Granary, that'll be fine. Good in the new farming spot, that's for sure. Yeah, I think we're all right. We're close to a kill here. I want to try to see if we can wipe out the Chinese. They probably have another city, but capturing Beijing would be huge for us. China's in top place right now. Building statues of Zeus and the pyramids and whatever else. They're stealing everybody's stuff. So we won't be able to wipe out both units there. Only a 2. Oh, we can claim this territory. The Chinese. Gonna attack them. Oh, we got them with the flank. They have a settler unit there. Oh, come on, give me something else. I'm trying to get the charge attack to try to get another unit to move and attack at the same time, especially with the settler down here. Alright, let's have our warrior move there. Settler there. We still have our settler in the south watching over the enemy. Let's just get some units out on the field. And we still don't have a horse for our horsemen. Oh, can't play that. That's a 4. Another scout will be good, though. And honestly, I'm going to keep some units where they are. We got the Chinese and the Egyptians crawling around. They could kind of come right for us. Surprising that the Chinese have not turned around immediately and come right back home. They're just too focused on trying to take Egyptian territory. Ooh, man. Those Chinese archers in the middle, those may as well be like Navy SEALs. Those guys are crazy. Oh, and the Egyptians have a tier 8 city there. Okay. Halfway to our goal. Champion cavalry, we can pay for that again. Yay! So now we can take this, I think, in the next turn. we'll try to block whatever units come there. Charge to make a unit attack the same turn as moving. I wonder, we can't use that for sacking though, can we? No. Alright, we got some logging mills. Oh, we got, oh, there's territory there. I still want to try to make moves to make money. Another winery. I'm going to go ahead and not... We're getting close to the end here, I think. I'm just going to do tech to try to unlock new troops. We've got ourselves a very good melee unit there. I'm going to try to unlock like our more elite units. I'm probably not going to go for the... whatever that was. The... whatever it was. Astronomy? Gastronomy. Nom. I'm going to save our swordsman. Now, champion cavalry, maybe. Play our winery card. Play our cultivate card. Lumber mills, I think we're done with, but I'm not going to burn it now. We're going to wait. And now we got to wait to take the Chinese territory, but they do have two new cities, Shanghai and Xi'an have both been appeared on the map, both settled cities, and the Chinese at least have 3. I think the Greeks have, the Egyptians have 2, and I don't know where the English are. Wow, look at all these flank attacks. That is insanely powerful. They're just one-shotting units with these archers, dude. Wow. China has been sitting there with those archers the whole game, just knocking people out. Is that all the British have? Is just Hastings? Can't be. They must be in like a whole lower right, yeah, right side of the map. Or left side. Could be the right side too. I mean, oh no, it goes all the way to the bottom. Alright, let's take that Chinese city. Beautiful. And we won. Just by taking that city. That's why I pushed it so hard. But now we have ourselves a victory. Still a hell of a lot more to learn. I mean, all of these units, all these cards, all these factions, all these bonuses, you know, promotions to units to modify them to. All very crazy cool. And all part of Hexarchy. I always want to say like Hexarchy or whatever, but it's Hexarchy. Regardless, it's the game with the cards, the hexes, and the heck of a good time. This game felt like it, this one here felt like it was a lot slower, yet, again, it is a fast-paced game. Like Civilization that can just be played in almost the time of like a regular card game. It's amazing how it stays true to that with the mechanics of the cards, and also the time it takes to actually, you know, complete a playthrough. But yet, you know, it's a Civ game, and that's really cool. So by turn 20, we're the top dog. We did it. We won, even though there's famine. Ignore all those things that are bad, and thus there's only good. 89. Wow. England? I didn't even see England do much. Can't believe it. I did it. I became king of the world. Fantastic. I'm very proud. And I've unlocked a new nation, too. Excellent. Fantastic. All right, let's go back. Oh, we can view the map, too, at the end, if we want to. That's a cool thing. You can go to a wiki as well and learn a lot more about it, but all good. Hexarchy, an amazing turn-based tactical strategy game with cards, hexagons, guards, scouts, cities, factories, and more. I like it. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks again to the devs for sending over a key and sponsoring today's video. Again, check down below in the description to get Hexarchy for you. I'll put a pinned message down in the comments section. Put it in the description too. If you're interested, it's available now if you want to find it on your own and find more information. I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching.